All right, we're going to come back to this search bar. So we're going to move on to socioeconomic status, marital status, and sexual orientation. So all of these, you only want to use them, all of these fields, you only want to use them if they're pertinent to the character, important to the story. We don't want to be making crazy inferences. We do want you to use your common sense. So socioeconomic status, for Harry, it's not really pertinent. He starts out, he feels poor because, he's living under the stairs with his aunt and uncle. Turns out he has lots of money in the bank, but not really pertinent to his character. Where this would be pertinent is if you've read Adrian Simcox Does Not Have a Horse. It's about a little girl who believes a little boy who's saying he has a horse, he must be lying because she knows he lives in a really poor neighborhood. So in that case, it is really important that he's poor. That's an essential part of the story. But for Harry, not pertinent, even though we could make some guesses and inferences, and you didn't pick something here. It's not important. So because he could be either poor or wealthy, depending on how you look at it, just leave it as not pertinent. Marital status, he is single in this book. He doesn't even date. So you can pick that. It's also not really pertinent, so you don't need to put it in. If we were doing Twilight, yes, she's dating. That's an important part of the story. Put it in. There's books that are specifically about helping kids and they have divorced parents. And so it's important that we mark the parents as divorced in that setting. But we don't want to put that every single child in every book is single. It's not an important part of their identity. And then sexual orientation. Based on later books, we know that Harry ends up marrying Ginny, so we can probably say he's heterosexual, but again, it's not really pertinent to this book. So we're just going to leave it as not pertinent. So and I've done a lot of explaining about how all three of these things are not pertinent, but hopefully that helps explain how we should be tagging.